Gary Talks, here to do my daily reflection with the And Self Edition deck. Check out the Skin Deep, and they have web series where they discuss, or their whole thing is centered around human connection, which I think is super crucial in these corona times. And this particular deck is something that you work with yourself. You on a piece of paper, write down your intention, question, or dilemma at the moment. Select the question randomly from the deck and write down your answers. Continue choosing cards until you feel you've reached a conclusion. Reread your answers, then save, burn, or bury the paper. The following questions aren't exactly as they seem, but they will lead you to a special place with powerful answers that will help guide your way. If you're unsure how to answer a question, close your eyes for 10 seconds and set it aside to return to later. So that's really cool. There are the rules. I'm not going to be writing them down. I will be, obviously, reading them with you here. So let us pick these a la tarot cards. So yesterday I did 3, which was entirely too much because that first question about like what would your eulogy be got me fucked up. And I actually reflected on that on my own and wrote it out, which I will share with you all tomorrow. So I will just pull 2 cards today. Here's one, and I won't flip this one yet. All right, so this one, what do I find most gratifying in my life right now? That is an excellent question. What do I find most gratifying in my life right now? Gratifying? I would say my freedom. I would say what I find most gratifying is this moment of realizing like I'm not attached to anything in particular. That's not to say I don't have attachments in my mind and in the things that I'm working through, but I'm not attached to anyone right now. I have a choice to be wherever I want. I can choose to be wherever I want, and I truly feel that choice. Like, I can say no to people. I don't have to do things because a person asked me to, or I don't have to consider another person before I do a thing. Like, I can do whatever it is that I want, and I can be whoever I want, and I can talk to whoever I want, and I can interact with people at varying levels however I want. I think that is the most gratifying thing in my life right now. Because my whole life, up until this moment, I've always been tethered to somebody. First 17 years with my mama, I was not allowed to date. I was not allowed to do nothing. Barely allowed to hang out with my friends. 17, met my first boyfriend and dated him for 4 years. Then dated my ex for 4 years. And if anybody's watching this from the end, y'all know this. So I've been in romantic relationships for 8 years, back to back. And then with my mom for 17 years. And that pretty much brings me up to 25 years old, which I am. So this is my first time really like not answering to another person, not making decisions fearful of what the other person thinks or hurting their feelings. So I find that to be the most gratifying thing right now. My agency, I'm feeling it. Like really, like I have a choice to do what I want when I want. And that's powerful. So yeah, that's that one. And this one, what would have to happen in order for me to feel I've succeeded? That is a good question. What would have to happen in order for me to feel I've succeeded? It's so interesting because success is not something I really think about. But to know what would have to happen for me to feel like I've succeeded, I would love to own a thing, like own a home or a property, some land. If I'm thinking about my life's purpose and what I really love to do and what I'm here to do, I'm here to help folks talk about the things. That's why it's Gary Talks. It used to be Gary Talks about it, but like I like talking. I like bringing to light challenging conversations. I actually just spoke to my mom earlier at dinner about boundaries and like how it's important for her to teach a young man, my brother's 8, to honor boundaries because, you know. So I think there's a lot of different levels of success for me. now that I think about it, or if now that I'm really thinking about what does it mean to succeed, especially in my life's purpose, I think if my mom could have a conversation with the people around her about her boundaries, her new boundaries, and establishing that, I would say that would be a huge level of success for me. Just like knowing that I gave her the tools that she could now impart on other people and with my brother too. I would definitely, like I said, own something like a home or a piece of land that I can like build a thing on. I would love to have a retreat center that has people who have been like with me and kind of understand my ethos and how I want to work and how I interact with the world. Maybe if I establish a team of people so that if I were gone, my mission doesn't die just with me. I think that would be the biggest thing. For me to feel like I've succeeded is like knowing that I have instilled enough in the people that I have chosen to surround myself with, or the people around me. Yeah, I would say that feels like success. Yeah, I want to have a retreat center for sure. So what would have to happen in order for me to feel I've succeeded? Yeah, the home comes up the most. Because I was like, if I died right now or died tomorrow, would I feel like I've succeeded? That face says no, right? Mm. But did I feel like I failed? No. So yeah, I think succeeded, it would definitely be having my retreat centers, having a team of people who also understand. So like, I guess also having like a way of thinking that I can teach to other people. Because like Tony Robbins, for instance, he has like his framework of coaching is something that he translate and teaches to other people. So he has coaches who are in his style of coaching. So I think that would, for me, make me feel like I had more success if I had a group of people who I trust to carry out my vision when I died, after I died, and people that I really trust to like, it might not be exactly the same because I won't be around, right? But to nurture that vision for me. And then my family having the tools to take care of themselves and, you know, stand their ground and hold their boundaries and stuff and have conversations that need to happen. Also probably have a conversation with a lot of people in my family. Maybe facilitate a conversation for... There's a lot of things, actually, now that I think about it. What would have to happen for me to feel like I haven't succeeded? Yeah. I think I've answered that to the best of my ability as I can in this, like, without running super long in this reflection. Yeah. I'd love to hear y'all's responses to the things. So, what do I find most gratifying in my life right now? And what would have to happen in order for me to feel I've succeeded? Let me know what y'all think. Have a great night.